Good evening, guys. Welcome to Chill Tuesday. Today what I'm going to be doing is going through my big box of Bonkles. This is kind of all of the Bionicles I used to have as a kid. And I'm just going to sort of be like going through, having a look at what's in there, pulling some bits out and showing you what I can remember about them. So I'll set this down on the little table and we can get started. Good evening, and let's get started. So a couple here are ones that just live on my shelf, and forgive me, but I don't know their names. These are like some of the more like single set ones. So they're not part formally of the Toa as far as I'm aware, like they're not from one of the main 6 sets. They just are like special deals on their own. So first off, let's take a look at the big boy. He's a big boy. This big boy. You can see he's got his axe for swinging, which you can hold with both hands. And I remember being like really fascinated by this one because he actually had like, he's got hands. Let's see if I can make him let go of the axe here. Oh, it would appear I can't. I've glued that hand to it, but you can maybe see here he's got actual fingers for like gripping on, which I think is really cool. And none of them I'd ever had before had that. So it was new to me. My little table's creaking here. You can see around the back here where I've like repaired his leg. Like he put him into a very action pose there. There was a piece missing from this back leg here. So I kind of improvised with a piece from like, I think it might have been like a motorbike or something I had from an old set of like Lego Technic, I guess it must have been. I think this one's name might be Axon. You can hear he's a bit old and creaky. He's missing some parts. Quite a lot of parts actually now looking at him. These two with the spears and the shields I used to really, really love, because they just look like, you know, a lot more powerful, like upgraded versions, like back in the day, right? Back in the day. I was kind of watching the kind of shows where the characters could like power up or level up or whatever, so I used to think to myself in my own little stories that these were like the leveled up fire Toa and wind Toa, like a sort of pushing to the next level. In my head it worked like you know, in the Digimon movie where they get their golden armor digi eggs, kind of like that, right? So anyway, these and the axe guy are the ones that live on my shelf, and they aren't in the box. So we're going to bring us to the main event, which is the Bionicle box. So it's not all strictly Bionicle in here. because it's just, this used to be a shoebox, so it wasn't until I collected it from my mum's house that this was all actually put in a plastic container. I just used to have a shoebox I would take everywhere that was full of my Bionicle toys. And when my mum found out that I was doing that Bionicle video, the video essay, she went up into the loft and found my old shoebox of Bionicles, and she brought it to me, which is just the sweetest of her. But let's take a look inside the box, shall we? So unfortunately, lots of parts are missing. I probably have some heads in here, but I would just have to take a look and find them. But this is one of the original Toa. Its arms won't even move because it's been made up in a weird way. I guess I must have just done this to keep the parts together or something, but it doesn't have all of the pieces it needs. Maybe we might have to do some repairs one day. You might be able to see as well. I don't know if the camera is quite high quality enough, but clearly at some point this hook has been in some kind of like clay or Play-Doh or something, because it's got some kind of muck on it. And also I guess the other hook must be missing if it's not with this. See, I didn't know what these were called originally, but I know now from doing that Bionicle video essay that these are the Toa Hordeca. So this one is like the red Toa after going through some kind of infection or something. Oh, he's missing a foot. Bless him. And get that sorted out. I do think their weapons are very cool. I did myself used to, these guys would be like the villains. Like the villainous versions, so obviously they'd be very powerful when I was playing my little stories. Because every story needs some villains, right? Especially when you're like, I don't know, 10 and playing superhero elemental battles with Bionicles. Okay, this. He's missing his head. Ah, I found it. Okay. So this is Kopaka. I remember Kopaka's name, because again, when I was doing my research for that video, I found out that Kopaka literally means ice. But, oh, he has different legs on. These aren't his original legs, so I must have not been able to find those. But this was my very, very first Bionicle. This was the first one I ever got. It was like a surprise gift, I think, one Christmas from, I don't even remember the family member, but I think it was just bought for me as like a surprise kind of, what do I get a boy of that age kind of present. And then it started off for me just being really, really into them, like really, really into them and playing with them constantly. But like I say in the Bionicle video I did, I used to play with them constantly, but I had next to no knowledge of the lore because I didn't go on the internet, I didn't watch the movies, I just had my own stories that I enjoyed with them. So yeah, he was my very first one. This looks like I've tried to just put lots of missing pieces together, or like I've tried to make some kind of I don't know. Looks like maybe I tried to make some kind of four-legged one the way it's been assembled, but I think that must just be spare parts. There's all kinds of stuff in here, like oh, this is just some kind of imitation. I think it might be Mega Bloks or something like that, but it got bought for me because at this point a lot of the family knew I was really into Bionicle. But it's just like a little snap together, build it type robot. I think there's probably other pieces for it in here, but I can't see where they are right now. So we have one of the Gen 2s here. This is oh, what's the fire guy's name? I think Tahu. Anyway, this is like this is from the second generation. So first, Kopaka, the one I showed you just then, my very first one, he's from the first generation. This is a second generation. And yeah, so as you can see, they gained like the silver armor and stuff like that. They got new silver weapons, new mask designs, new pieces. They sort of were the same kind of basic design, but with just a handful of upgraded pieces and some new like shiny armor and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I had more from this generation than I did from the first, I think, because by the time I'd really gotten into them, it was already like moving onwards and upwards. Starting to regret this top-down camera setup a little bit, because I've got some. I'm sitting on the floor, so the tables are a little bit tall. Ah, look, here's another imitation brought to me by a family member. Just a little snap-together, build-your-own adventure figure type thing that I assume was made in response to Bionicle. It felt like, well, it seemed like most of these things probably were. I don't remember the maker of this though, and I don't know where his head would be. But it's cool, right? It's a cool little design. Not as customizable as I liked. I think that was really the kind of draw for me with these Bionicle figures when I was a kid. Okay, we've got another Toa Hordika, but he is missing his face. Oh, no, there we go. This seems to be a recurring theme. I just say they're missing their face, and then it pops up. So, I guess this guy would also be called Kopaka if they're Toa Hordika. Let me know if he's not, but let's say that he's also called Kopaka. But again, these eviler looking ones, these Toa Hordika that are a bit more monstrous. In my stories, they were the bad guys. Very powerful bad guys. And I'd sometimes like combine their parts and stuff and be like, the bad guys have fused together. And now they're more powerful than ever, and more powerful than both of them combined, or whatever, you know. Just coming up with all kinds of stuff like that. Choo choo. I can see that there are lots of parts in here that would be from, I think, Pohatu, the Earth Toa. I can see his body here as well. But he's not together at the moment. While we're just looking through, I should probably just keep going on, but we can probably come back at some point, maybe. Take a look. Ooh. Take a look. Do you know what? I'm looking at these now, and I'm thinking they're not the Toa Hordika. I think the Toa Hordika had spikes down their back. No, they were the Krana, weren't they? Or were they? I don't know. I'm just going to plough ahead. Sorry, and apologise. Sorry if I get any of the names wrong or anything like that. Like I said, I really wasn't into the lore, and now it's been 3 months since I made that video, which I crammed for. So obviously that knowledge is all, a lot of it vanished overnight. Oh look, it's the head for the little customizable magnet figure that I showed you before. I'll put them together. Okay, so this this isn't what this one looks like. I think it's just pieces of, well, you used to be able to, at one stage, also buy smaller figures who were like the, let's say the civilians of this world. And what I've done here is taken one of those and put Toa legs on it. So now she's serving real Naomi Smalls. legs for days kind of look. But yeah, that's just, I guess you could you call that a mock? I don't think it really counts as one, but oh, here's no, here isn't. So this is like the shoulder blades and arms from another one of those little villagers, but it seems I don't have them put together right now. Oh, there's lots of green pieces you can see here, and that's because I had a lot of, I think the green guy was called Liua. I had a lot of him. I had, I think, 2 copies of him in the next gen. And also, I had him in the first gen as well. I think, oh, here's, yeah. Oh, so he's missing. This must be where the other shoulder blades go. So here's a little green guy. Here we go. We'll do a little fixing up right here, right now. See? So, and then you could put, say, like a little mask on him. Here's one that looks like his colour. And then you have one of the little villagers, one of the little people. And they're like not Toa, they're like little regular folk, little regular inhabitants of this world. Sorry if it looks quite dark. It looks quite dark to me. Okay. Have a mask. This is from 2nd gen Toa Liua, I think. Generation 2 green Toa. We have the mask from Generation 1 green Toa. I would say that this is probably, that was one of my favourite mask designs at the time. I couldn't put my fingers on why. I think maybe it's because it's so simple. Another one of them, I actually remember this, but this is another one of the little villagers who I have coincidentally taken the legs off. But because I thought that this made it look like he could either levitate or like skate. Because he's like brown, he would be from the land of like earth and stuff, maybe from a desert. I kind of used to picture that he didn't need feet because he would use this edge that I've created there to like skate through the sand. Flat edge first apparently, yeah, so like that doesn't make a whole bunch of sense, but here we go, here's his mask. But when you're that age, things don't have to make a whole bunch of sense, do they? So I used to pretend that he would like, just like through the sand. This looks like a complex mechanical bit. You can see it's got like the teeth on the back here. I guess that must have been for some kind of action movement. A whole mess of 2nd generation weapons here, you can see. Although looking, I think that this is actually the original weapon for the silver guy. Maybe I'll put that back with him. But I should try and find his mask too, because as you saw, the silver guy who goes up on my shelf, who doesn't have the axe, he doesn't have a mask. And I don't know where his mask is, but I would assume somewhere in here. So that's what he just had. I'm going to put that up. You can see more little weapons down here. Some of these as well, I think, come from the fact that the little villagers come with little teeny tiny weapons. As I dig further down as well, I'm finding little surprises. Here's a shield from that magnetic warrior thing. Oh, here's a good surprise. Laying down at the bottom, beneath the weight of everything else, we have a Sumilodon from Medabots. This was a little build your own figurine toy thing. that was going to become an obsession of mine, I think. But after I had one of them, my mum could not find them anywhere else. Just couldn't find them. So then that ended up being all I got. I had Sumilodon and I had Arc Beetle. And you can see I'm already missing some of the parts from it because I was a kid and this was kind of a delicate building sticking thing. But beneath the armour, it has like a little sort of endoskeleton, I guess you would call that, like an interior skeleton that you can attach all of the parts to. So if you had more than one of these, you could customize the parts onto different robots like you could in the Medabots TV show. So that was cool. And these were fun to build as well, because they felt a little bit more complex to put together than Bionicle maybe. So it felt like a bit of a natural evolution. But yeah, that kind of, you know, it stalled when I couldn't actually get any of them. Here we've got the shield from Generation 2 Kopaka, who must be in pieces in here somewhere. I have one of these little tiny masks, I could put it on my finger, that came with some of the baddies. It's like a little internal mask that, oh god, I'm really missing the camera here on it. It's like a little internal mask they could shoot out onto the faces of Toa to like control them. And it like fastens onto the, here I'll see if I can find a face. It like sticks onto them like this. See? And then that evil bug that shot the mask out can control them. Ooh. Oh, we have a launcher from Beyblade. Looks like this is a left-hand one. I don't know what the difference is between left and right-handed launchers back in the day, but I was also very, very, very into Beyblade as a kid too, so it's no wonder some of this has got swept up. Yeah. And the other is just bits. I guess I could get into some rebuilding of them, but now I've shown you guys around, I'm conscious that this video is getting on. So if you'd like me to actually build some of them, I can do that. I can make a video about that. But for now, yeah, we've taken a look through the box and, ooh, one more thing. You remember Jackie Chan trading cards from Jackie Chan Adventures? I was signed up to the magazine, so I had, I've got quite a few of these scattered around my childhood belongings, along with the talismans as well. So yeah, what's that? Weird. This is, yeah, this is it. Thank you very much, you guys. I hope you like this relaxing video. It's just a bit of a gamble, really. I saw them up there and thought, you know what, I should go through that. And yeah, let me know if you want me to build some of them next time. And I will see you later. Okay, bye.